like I said, I'm a twin. Cindy was called to the São Paulo East Mission, and I was called to Brazil, Salvador. And something interesting about twins is they usually assign them at the same time. And so there's a lot of inspiration that goes into assigning twins mission calls. But so Cindy had been receiving emails from Salt Lake about the changes in the Houston embassy, how she needed to redo FBI clearances, she needed to redo things. And I wasn't receiving any emails about it. So I emailed the lady that was emailing Cindy, and this is 9 months into my mission. I was like, hey, I was just wondering, Cindy's getting all this information about the changes, and I was wondering why I wasn't receiving any information about it. Then I received an email saying, well, our records say that you've been in Brazil your whole mission. I'm like, oh my gosh. No, I haven't been in Brazil my whole mission. And so she's like, where are you? And I was like, the New York South mission. So they didn't email back, and so I called my mission president. I was like, hey, there's something wrong with my visa. He was like, go get to the bottom of it. So we went to the mission office, and Sister Bottomfield, she called Salt Lake and was like, hey, what's going on? Like, why isn't she, what's wrong with her visa? And they're like, we're trying to figure it out right now. We don't know. Like, our records really show that she's been in Brazil her whole mission. And so I was in Target, and we had iPads, so you could get your emails on your iPad. So it was P-Day, and I received an email from the lady who was working on Cindy's papers, and she was like, you'll be receiving a phone call from the mission office about your papers. And so Sister Bottomfield called me, and she was like, hey, you have your visa. And I was like, whoa, because I thought maybe just they forgot about it, maybe I needed to work, something was wrong with it. And I remember feeling very excited in the moment, and then realizing that I was going to leave New York and the people there. But what I later found out about my visa, I had had it my whole mission. I had had it for the whole 9 months. I had it before I even entered the MTC. But what happened is that because I'm a twin, this is what we figured out, they wanted me to stay with Sydney. So they sent me to the Provo MTC. And then, because Sydney didn't get her visa in the Provo MTC, they decided to send me to New York City for at least 6 months. But Sydney didn't get her visa. And so at 9 months, they just decided to send me without her. But like a lot of people would say, oh, you had your visa the whole time. You could have been in Brazil your whole mission. But I know that was God's plan. Like, I know that Cindy was specifically called to São Paulo for many reasons. But one of those reasons is because I needed to go to New York, and I needed to be there to learn and to grow and to love the people there.